So usually when I pull a Qiqi, I just thought of her as another masterless Stella to level my characters to 100. Thankfully now, with the addition of Sandrone allowing the new Stellar Conduct reaction, Qiqi is finally meta. So in this video, I'll be playing a newly buffed Qiqi to see how she fares in Stellar Conduct teams, so that you could also give her a chance. To return a favor, Qiqi is giving out a limited time Primogem code for you to redeem, so don't miss out. Keep in mind that all footages here were tested in the Luna 8 Creator Experience server, so things are still subjected to change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like these. Alright, first of all, let's just take a look at what Qiqi will want for her weapon and also artifacts. So for weapon, I have the Finale of a Deep on her right now. This is a pretty good weapon with some attack buffs and some attack stats as well. So if you're building DPS Qiqi, and even as support, I would say this weapon is probably going to be one of the best for her. So we can start off with this weapon and maybe change it into a 5-star once we get used to her playstyle with her new buffs. As for artifacts, in this case, I want her to be a DPS. So let's just see if we can find any artifacts to enhance with her to see how much Stellar Conduct damage she'll be able to do. So let's get some double crits, possibly. Okay, I'll say this flower looks pretty good. Hopefully you get some double crit stats. Just a hand sensitivity plus 20. 2 crit rate, 3 HP. She doesn't really stick out with HP, so this isn't really the best. Okay, I mean, this one looks pretty good. I'll equip this for now. It has very high crit rate, so it could be good. Alright, let's just see what we can get from this. 1 crit damage, 2 crit rate. Okay, so my crit rate seems pretty good right now. And also got some pretty hefty stats for attack, which is nice. Alright. Okay, this one didn't roll into that great of an artifact piece. But luckily we can reshape it, so let's just do it real quick. Come on, I want to build like the best DPS Qiqi possible. This one got 2 crit damage. I think this one could be a keeper, so I guess we'll just stay like this for now. And since Super Conduct doesn't really scale with cryo damage, we'll just be building attack on everything for her. So for the Goblet, we'll just enhance this as well. 3 flat attack lines. Okay, this is kind of bad. Alright, let me take a look at what her stats is right now. So she does have a 2.6k attack already. Defense is very high as well, so I guess she could stay alive for a while. Crit rate is 33%. Okay, so it's a little bit low still. And then crit damage is 104. I mean, keep in mind that if we use the 4-piece disenchantment set, we'll be able to get 16% extra crit rate if we do Stellar Conduct. So realistically, we're still at around 49 with 50% crit rate. So for the circlet, I think I could maybe just give her a crit rate circlet since we're using this weapon right now. Yeah, so I think this is pretty good. I'll just enhance this to plus 20 and then maybe give her a... Okay, this is so bad, this enchantment. But I think this is fine. We'll just maybe keep this for now and potentially upgrade her later. Alright, come on, give me something good on this. Okay, 2 crit rate, 2 crit damage rolls, 40 CV, pretty nice. I'll just equip this. So yeah, I guess her first initial build looks like this. 68.8% crit rate and 133% crit damage. So yeah. As for her team, we definitely need Sandrone because she'll be able to enable Stellar Conduct for us. We also need another Electro character on our team. So I guess we could start off with just getting Fischl. I think this is good. I guess we could get Nicole as well. So we're able to get our Hex right. As for Sandrone, I don't think I'll be using her. I'll just use her in the team to kind of look pretty. So let's put her in the 4th slot. So the first enemy we're going to be fighting is the Dorito boss. This is like my favorite boss to fight. So yeah, I see my Stellar Conduct damage. The burst. 140k? Wow, this is like way better than Melt. Actually pretty good. Yeah. Alright, let's try this again. It seems like my energy is a little bit lacking, but thankfully Stellar Conduct also decreases enemies' physical resistance. So this is actually a win for me since I'm able to deal some like chip damage away as well. Wow, she destroyed this so quick. I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought going into this, Qiqi might not be able to live up to her standards, but she's actually like being so good for me. Yeah, another 140k. So her crits are hitting at least. I'm honestly like she could only deal Stellar Conduct with her burst. Okay, so before I do anything else, let me switch Fischl's artifacts to Tenacity. So maybe I can buff a little bit more attack for Qiqi. Sandrone is like my taxi. Like she is just kind of assisting me in running towards the boss location. And now I'll never use her for this team. Because I just want Qiqi to shine this video. So yeah, go check out my Sandrone video if you want to watch Sandrone in action. But anyways, it seems like Qiqi right now isn't really getting her burst back up that quickly. So I think I definitely need to improve on energy department for her. Either that or I just give everyone Favonius or something. I mean, I'm noticing my physical attacks doing like pretty good damage actually. Yeah, like not gonna lie, it's still pretty impressive. Okay, I think it's time to just burst. 158k, yeah. So I got a little bit more damage now because officials' tenacity set. But one thing I'm noticing though definitely is she's not getting her burst back up that quickly. So we need to either improve her energy or I guess just put Favonius on official. I'll be sacrificing some of her damage, but yeah, I guess it'll be worth it since I just want Qiqi to shine as much as possible for now. So I'll be swapping Qiqi's build to hopefully get a little bit more energy. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so 3 crit rate and 1 energy. I think this should be enough. I mean, on the crit rate side, it's good, but energy, we still might need more. I stopped getting crit rate. Okay, I think this is good. 29% energy. Okay. Alright, and also Circulate has some energy as well. So, yeah. Let's check out her newly improved build. 174% energy recharge. So, hopefully we'll be able to do more bursts. For physical, I'm doing like 7k. So, that's pretty good as well. Alright, time to burst. 140k right now. Not bad. And since Qiqi is also a healer, it's not like I really need Nicole's shield. It's only like a quality of life for me. But I'm enjoying the safety though. And just basically face tank everything. Alright, let's finish both of these enemies off. 130k. Oh, that Fatui just dodged my attacks. But nobody's supposed to be left alive, so I don't want any witnesses to report back and say Qiqi is OP or anything. Alright, let's see how we fare against the chicken. So just gotta get our burst back over Qiqi, and in the meanwhile, we'll just do physical damage. Can we burst yet? Thank you. 111k this time. Alright. Not bad, but definitely could be better. Time for the finishing blow. Wait, what happened? Oh, I don't have official. I needed to have the stellar conduct field out. That's one mistake I definitely make a lot. Which is, if you don't have the stellar conduct field, you won't be able to deal stellar conduct reactions. So I gotta be mindful of that. I think for Syndrome, we're gonna give her the Favonius Great Sword as well. Just so she could also funnel some energy into Qiqi. Because we actually need it. Alright, it's burst. 130k. Yeah, not bad. I'm actually doing like pretty high damage against, especially against like the new Noctri monsters. Like these Noctri bosses are not supposed to be like that easy, so I'm happy that I'm able to do at least some damage here. Let's see. 130k. Yeah. If I'm able to finish the boss off before it runs away, I think that would be an accomplishment. And I did. So right now she's just using a free-to-play build, but I kind of want to make her deal like at least 200k damage if that's possible. So I guess we could start activating some constellations. Having your C1 also alleviates some energy issues as well, so I think that would be pretty good. Alright, so maybe C2, yeah. So Qiqi will increase more of her attack, I guess, with the stellar conduct. And I guess weapon? I don't know if this weapon will allow her to deal more damage of her burst. Let me just equip it and see. So let's see her stats. 2.6k attack. Okay. Wow, her crit is kind of just over-capped right now. I think I could definitely just give her a crit damage circlet instead. So let's see her stats. 84% crit rate. Yeah, I mean, this build is actually pretty good. So yeah, now she is at basically C2. Let's see if she'll be able to do 200k. As for the enemy we're going to be fighting, it's going to be Rocky. He's a human enemy, so he should have less resistance, I would say, than compared to another boss. So hopefully this team will be able to actually do enough damage to showcase Qiqi well. Let's just activate the stellar field and then we burst. 111k. Okay, so it's a little bit lower. Interesting. I just swapped my build, but maybe the weapon isn't really like the best for her. Okay, where did Rocky go? He just kind of rolled down to the other side. Did I just miss my burst? I think I did. Wow, okay. Skill issues on my part. I'm getting everything ready first, and then... Let's see. We'll burst. 160k. Okay, so it's a little bit more, but we're still missing out like on that last 40k damage in order to hit 200k with Qiqi. Let's do this again. 160k. Yeah, so we're pretty consistent in dealing like 160k-ish. And the best part, of course, is Qiqi just being able to like help keep us all alive. Since she can heal pretty well. Especially with like this kind of build, stacking attack on her. And her being skilled with attack as well. So yeah, I would say it's actually working out pretty effectively right now on the team. Alright, my burst is ready again. 180k. Wow, that's like the highest damage I've dealt so far. So I'll call that as a win. Alright, 4 seconds until impeding doom. Oh, still alive. Wow, Rocky is actually so tanky. I guess he is a local legend, but that was a pretty impressive showing by both of us. Alright, let's try another weapon. I guess I'll just give her a Zero Light and just see what happens. So let's look at our stats. 73% crit rate, 165 crit damage. I feel like my attack is getting a little bit too low though, so I might have to give her back a 4-star weapon, which actually works the best so far. Alright, so the next boss I'm going to be fighting is the Swanee. This boss seems pretty chill, so I guess it's perfect to try out our new Stellar Conduct with the Swanee. So I just start bursting. 120k, okay. Not sure if I got my attack buff yet. So yeah, I might have to wait for a little bit longer. Alright, it's gonna burst again. 220k, yeah. I think I definitely got my buffs now, but that did pretty good. I actually hit my goal of 200k, so I'm happy. I honestly feel like I've seen enough, so it's time for the Spiral Abyss. So for the first half, we're gonna be keeping the same exact team and just see how it goes. Okay, so we have the Wayob. I think I need to just burst since I'm unable to kind of hoard my burst that long. Since these enemies will just drain my burst away. Okay, they put up a shield, but I think that's fine. Once I deal with the shields, I think I'll be pretty much just beat them up. Alright, basically trying this again. On 190k each with my bursts. Not bad. And my physical damage is doing like around 2,000 to 6,000. Not bad though, considering I'm not rebuilding them as physical damage. Wow, that just did like 200k or something? That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think once I get my time to ramp up, I am fine, essentially. Alright, just burst again. 240k, yeah. I'm doing like 250,000 damage. Just doing more damage than some of my other characters combined. So, yeah, I mean, the Stellar Conduct reaction is definitely like impressive to me. So basically just spam her burst once it's up. And that's like around every like 17 seconds or so, she's able to deal like 200k. I would say that's pretty impressive. Alright, let's finish this last wave off. We have another enemy. Okay. I mean, we have Electro, so I think that's fine. Alright, let's try this again. Wait, I didn't see the damage. I did a little chunk though, at least. So, even though I didn't see the number, I think that's at least like 200k. Okay, I think I just lost my star, but I think that's fine. Like, even though I didn't really get 4 stars, as long as I can clear Floto of Qiqi, I think that would be satisfying enough. Unfortunately, the enemies here is a little bit like annoying to deal with since she does damage of her burst. So I'm unable to like really like capitalize off of that. 200k? 240, yeah. So pretty much like consistent damage, and she's getting her crit almost pretty much every time. Just hopefully get our burst up before we go to the next chamber. I mean, that's fine. Alright, so what do we have in the second chamber? Looks like a bunch of ruined drakes. Okay, I got my burst up. So burst. 270k now. Yeah, so I'm getting a little bit higher damage. Probably from stacking the Abyss buff together. I mean, these Abyss enemies are definitely very tanky though. Like, 200k did like maybe 40% of the HP. Alright, 190k. Didn't get my attack buffs just yet. It seems like I'm also getting my burst back up every rotation, so yeah. It's a matter of just timing. 280k. Oh, so we have a young bright Drake here. Interesting. I mean, I think that's fine though. I'm still able to like shoot it down with Fischl, so I'm not really that worried about it. Yeah. Thankfully, I got a bow character with me. And then I can burst. Oh, 300k with my burst? I guess maybe this boss does have like lower resistance once it got shot down, but hey, I'm just taking advantage of the fact that I am able to deal damage. I mean, speaking of which though, this boss is quite tanky as well. That's fine, I'll just kind of use my Stellar Conduct to deal with it. Honestly though, this is like even more satisfying, being able to deal like 250k to even 300k with Qiqi. Better than Melt, knowing that she is like a support kinda. 280k, yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty satisfied with a DPS build though. Like, having Senzone here and just putting her in the backseat, it's kind of funny. Most important thing is she's the one that's like actually like dealing the damage. Alright, it's time. Ooh, I don't know how much damage that was. All right. We're already at the third chamber. Chamber actually went by pretty quickly. Oh, interesting. So we got this ball. I know this ball does summon like some things here, so... Oh, wait, I can jump high like this? I mean, I guess that's fine. Although I kind of hope that Qiqi can maybe deal like higher or faster cryo applications. Oh, okay, I got one. Boss is like in a hydro phase, so I guess I got to destroy the shield now. And Qiqi does a little bit of the shield, I guess. I guess I'll burst since I just want to get rid of a shield first. Alright, now I think we could maybe just slowly get our burst back up and then we'll repeat our DPS process. I don't know how long I have to wait for my buff, but let's do it. What? This ball is such a pain to deal with. It feels like I'm playing like the World Cup or something. I'm just like hitting the ball. Oh, 270k, yeah. You like that? That's what you get. Alright, is it time? I think it is time. Wait, 30k? I got frozen up. Okay, so just basically ate my damage. Let's do it. 150k. Okay, so at least I got to damage it before it ran away again. Alright, Sensone, give my Qiqi some burst, please. There we go. Thank you. And now we just kind of deal my burst damage. 260k, yeah. I mean, for a floor 12, I guess, this chamber is like fair to deal with, but overall, I'm happy with Qiqi's damage in this Abyss. So Qiqi was able to get 6 stars on the Abyss, which I would say not bad. For Constellation though, I think that it's time to just activate everything. I want to see how much damage Qiqi can deal in her full potential. I'm also gonna just go back to the boss that started it all, which is this Dorito boss. Alright, and then we just burst 212k. Okay. So I think C6 kind of improved her damage from around when we first did our burst, like 140k to 210k. So yeah, I mean, pretty good. And let's finish this thing off with another burst. Yeah. What do you think of the new Stellar Conduct reaction? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like and check out my Sensone video where I mained her for 7 days by clicking on the video here.